Welcome back to another Dr. Kevin Discusses. In today's Dr. Kevin Discusses, we're going to continue our principles of Unitarian Universalism. As I've said in the first couple of this particular series in Dr. Kevin Discusses, a lot of people ask me about Unitarian Universalism and what does it mean and why am I part of it? So now we're going to discuss that third of the 7 principles that are at the core of Unitarian Universalism. I do want to remind people that Unitarian Universalism, as a group, as a religion, come together and they examine these. And these principles do shift and change and evolve and get added to as we feel like our call to serve the world shifts and changes. This third principle, acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations. I want to take that apart for a second. So the first one is about acceptance of one another. So often you experience a religious situation where it seems like there's a lot of judgment that's involved. A lot of holding somebody, whether it's within the church or outside of the church, up to some standard that you feel driven that you need to. In Unitarian Universalism, first of all, we really want to accept that every individual is a unique person. And we want to accept, and as it goes on, accept an encouragement that each individual is a unique being and needs to be recognized as a unique being, and that we're not kind of looking for an assembly line, cookie cutter, one-size-fits-all congregant. And our third principle, as we say, the acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth, we are encouraging each of our members to find their own unique pathway to God, Goddess, Allah, Buddha, humanism, to know God at all. But it's still a spiritual path. It's a pathway in which we grow within our spirit of ourselves. We're not here, as I always say in my private spiritual coaching and counseling practice, I'm not here to give you your God. I always tell my clients, I'm here to help you have a better relationship with the God you have. Part of that outgrowth of how I do my spiritual coaching, counseling, and catalyst practice comes from this principle of Unitarian Universalism. I accept people where they are. I just encourage them to deepen and grow spiritually, to have a relationship with however they define spirit and however they define their spiritual connection to one another. And this principle ends with acceptance of one another and encouragement to spiritual growth in our congregations. Because we are about a community that is here for justice, for service, and to help not just our congregation, but help the world become a better place. As I've said before in looking at the first 2 principles, I think that anybody of any religious belief would have a hard time saying that one of their core religious beliefs is to not accept and to discourage people to grow spiritually. There was a time when it was, maybe not said, but inferred, through torture and punishment and other little things. Nothing of importance. But we put it out front. This is part of who we are. I hope you're enjoying these and look forward to the 4th principle as we will be putting it out shortly. Namaste.